Hey everyone, and welcome to our first Karratha market update for 2026. It's January, and I can comfortably say that this January has been the strongest January that I've been a part of since the last property boom in 2011. Our agency listed 12 properties on Boxing Day in 2025, and we've already seen 8 of those properties transact, and we're only the midway through January. We've noticed a massive shift in inquiry coming from investors. If you'd asked me last year, I would have said around 20% of inquiry was coming from investors and 80% being owner-occupiers or local buyers. I'm now seeing that shift to probably being around half the buyers that are making inquiries are actually investors, and our agency has registered a total of just over 60 inquiries across the properties we've had listed for sale already in January. From a leasing perspective, we've seen demand bounce back straight away in the new year, which is typical of January as more people relocate to our marketplace. Our agency has leased 7 properties in the first week of January, and we've registered a total of 18 applications across our properties that are available for rent. One of the things I love to do at the start of every year is work out when the best times to be on the market is and when the worst time to be on the market is. Now, I've already done the hard work for you and worked that out for you, and we're currently towards the end of January, and we already know that February and March are typically very good months to be transacting. We then move straight into the most awkward part of the year, which is April, where we have the Easter school holidays, the first break for the year, and of course Anzac Day as well. And typically what I find is that if a buyer hasn't bought a property by the start of April, typically they're sort of putting that on the back burner, they're going on holidays, and then they're coming back and revisiting it in May, if at all. When we move into May and June, there's about a 6-week gap there where it's really good time to be transacting. There's a nice condensed window to be on market and selling. But then I find that 2 weeks towards the end of June, right before the end of financial year, and 1 week into the new financial year can be a really challenging time, because a lot of people are either getting a tax bill or they're waiting to see how much tax they're going to get back, and maybe they can increase their borrowing capacity. And so what I find is that sometimes the buyers get a little indecisive, or they just have a bit of a wait and see mentality around that time. And I find that putting property on the market towards that 3rd or 4th week of June is generally not very good. Now, for the rest of the year, it's actually a really good time. Anywhere from August all the way through to the end of November is generally speaking a pretty good time to be on market. We see an increase of buyer demand. We do see an increase of stock levels through that period, but it's also outmatched with the number of buyers that enter the market. There's the July school holidays and there's the September school holidays. Typically, I find they don't actually have too much impact on our property market. Mainly with the July school holidays, it's a beautiful time of year for our area, and that means a lot of people hang around, so there doesn't seem to be that much impact on the property market. And then September school holidays, I think it's just the last little 2-week break before the end of the year where the big holidays take place, and so less people go away and are moving around because they're generally planning their Christmas holidays and stick around town for that September break. So those 2 holidays generally doesn't have too much impact on the property market. Hopefully that helps with planning out your property decisions for 2026. If you'd like to discuss that with me at any point, please don't hesitate to reach out. And thank you for joining us for our first market update for 2026. If you need any assistance from a real estate perspective, contact Realmark Karratha on 9197 2600.